The Kimberley. A Kimberley occasion offers some of Western Australia's most exceptional wild encounters that will catch your creative mind. Covering almost 423,000 square kilometers, this old area has less individuals per square kilometer than practically some other spot on Earth. Stowed away in the district's heart, noteworthy scenes, dynamite pigs out and roaring cascades give the ideal background to a Kimberley occasion experience in Western Australia's north. Also, on its coast lie a portion of the world's most excellent seashores, immaculate coral atolls and rough islands with a stunning assortment of marine life. Seaside and outback towns of the Kimberley area offer immeasurably different encounters. Visit Kununurra and Derby, the eastern and western passages to the Kimberley. Also, stop by at the tough spearheading towns of Wyndham, Fitzroy Crossing and Halls Creek. Wild undertakings can be found in each side of the district. Your Kimberley occasion could take you to Western Australia's World Heritage recorded Purnululu National Park, including the well-known bee colony Moulded Bungle Bungles. Or on the other hand, you could end up in the radiant Mitchell River National Park and the wonderful streams of Guyka Gorge National Park. You can follow old cavern frameworks at Tunnel Creek National Park. Stroll through the terrific Windjana Gorge. Voyage the huge inland ocean of Lake Argyll. Or then again investigate one of the world's biggest shooting star holes at Wolf Creek Crater National Park. While Broom's Cable Beach is classed as one of the world's best seashores, there are likewise numerous elite attractions to be discovered simply off the coast in the Kimberley area. On a snorkel or jump visit through Rowley Shoals Marine Park, you can swim with more than 650 types of fish. Furthermore, Kimberley travels to the Buccaneer Archipelago, allow you the opportunity to observe astonishing flowing developments at the horizontal waterfalls. Stretched out travels can take you to places not very many have been advantaged to see. Gibb River Road. A genuine outback odyssey on one of Australia's most exceptional 4WD tracks. Killing the bitumen and going over the reach on the Gibb River Road is a genuinely exceptional Aussie outback experience through the Kimberley's immense immaculate wild, antiquated chasm nation and epic dairy cattle stations the size of little nations. Initially developed during the 1960s to ship steers from remote stations to the ports of Derby and Wyndham, the 660-kilometre 4WD path is the most ideal approach to find the regular fortunes of the Kimberley's wild heartlands. Permit yourself no less than 14 days to really submerge yourself in the experience at Windjana Gorge, Tunnel Creek, Leonard Gorge, Bell Gorge, Galvins Gorge, Manning Gorge, Drysdale River Station, Home Valley Station and El Questro Wilderness Park. Or on the other hand, make a waitlist of your must-see attractions for a more limited, yet no less thrilling outing. Blunderbungle. Transcending the grass-shrouded fields that encompass them, the orange and dark sandstone vaults known as the Bungle are one of the world's most interesting topographical milestones. The World Legacy recorded Bungle Range is situated inside Purnululu National Park in the Kimberley area of Western Australia. Purnululu, signifying sandstone, has for quite some time been possessed by nearby Aboriginal individuals, yet didn't turn out to be broadly known to the remainder of the world until the mid-1980s. Step-by-step instructions to get to the Bungle. Going along the Great Northern Highway, the Mood Killer to Purnululu National Park is around 250 kilometers west of Kununurra and 108 kilometers east of Halls Creek. It's additionally conceivable to visit Purnululu National Park as a feature of a directed visit, browse an all-inclusive 4WD visit through the Kimberley, or a more limited excursion by beautiful flight, some with the choice to land inside the recreation centre. Investigate the Bungle. You can investigate the reach by walking and find long tight gaps and secret crevasses sufficiently enormous to hold a full-scale show. The colony-striped arches of the Bungle Range are found in the southern finish of the recreation centre, as is Cathedral Gorge, and Echidna Chasm is found in the northern end. Strolling trails of changing lengths help to direct guests around the recreation centre. You may likewise experience a portion of the 130 bird species found here and extraordinary local creatures including the nail-tail wallaby and short-eared stone wallaby. The Jaru and Gidja Aboriginal individuals are the caretakers of Purnululu National Park, and a large portion of their exercises spin around the Ord River and close by waterholes. Mitchell Plateau. A diversion into the profound North Kimberley that couple have encountered. Adventure off the Gibb River Road on a diversion that rewards you with stunning perspectives on the wild slopes, tropical rainforests and layered falls of the tremendous Mitchell River National Park, and a list fishing on the far-off north coast close to Columbaroo. A genuine experience and a difficult drive, the unlocked Columbaroo Road winds its direction through changing tropical scenes of mind-boggling regular variety and incredible social importance to the conventional land proprietors, the Winamble public. The segment that ascensions to the Mitchell Plateau drives you through patches of rainforest, thick stands of Livistona palms and eucalypt backwards, supporting a staggering assortment of vertebrate, bird and reptile species. Admittance to the fundamental fascination, Mitchell Falls, is by means of the unlocked Mitchell Plateau track. You can select to take a 6-kilometer return climb, a short helicopter trip to the tumbles from the setting up camp region, or walk one way and fly the other. Along the course to Mitchell Falls you will pass by Little Mertens Falls and Big Mertens Fall, and you can decide to expand your experience by including a drive to Surveyor's Pool, strolling the last 1 kilometer or somewhere in the vicinity from the finish of the track. Proceeding with north, you'll arrive at Western Australia's generally far off and separated Aboriginal people group at the notable Columbaroo Mission. This antiquated and rough scene has been home to the Queenie, Gambra and Walmby individuals for a long time, and their accounts are told in the Columbaroo Museum. The people group welcomes you to find its way of life and experience the absolute best fishing on Australia's coast. Kimberley Coast. There's nothing very as significant, vivid, fortifying and quiet as a Kimberley coast in sight. Here, in this to a great extent immaculate wild of striking differences, with 1,200 kilometers of pinned precipices, flawless white sands and clear turquoise waters overflowing with marine life, you can decide to make a trip close or far to track down your definitive departure. Ride a camel train toward the distant horizon on the well-known Cable Beach. Journey the 1,000 islands of the Buccaneer Archipelago. Stroll in the strides of dinosaurs. Fly over the world's just 2 even Cascades. Play castaway in an extravagant beachfront camp. Discover your Kimberley coast heaven. Get an all-entrance experience past a wild ponders not many have encountered, far-off reefs, a huge number of castaway islands, enormous canyons and antiquated stone craftsmanship. Watch humpbacks at play in one of the world's most huge whale nurseries. See turtles settling. Meet the exceptional snubfin dolphin. Furthermore, detect a portion of the 300-plus bird species that run to this wild. Witness the numerous exceptional scenes made by the biggest tropical tides on the planet, from Little Falls over the strong Montgomery Reef to the solitary flat Cascades on Earth. Discover heaven and staggering displays on Broom's popular Cable Beach, the apparently unending 80-mile beach, the Dampier Peninsula's striking red rock coast and the Castaway Island seashores of the Buccaneer Archipelago. Bandlngun, Windjana Gorge, National Park. Bandlngun, Windjana Gorge, National Park is essential for a 375-million-year-old Devonian reef framework. Cut by the Leonard River, Bandlngun, Windjana Gorge, is more than 3 kilometers in length with 300-meter-high dividers. At the foundation of the chasm, profound freshwater pools encompassed by local fig, cajeput and leafcart trees draw in groups of uproarious corellas, natural product bats and freshwater crocodiles. The region is of extraordinary social significance to the neighborhood Bunaba individuals, and was the base for Jandamurra, the Bunaba man who drove an equipped resistance to European pilgrims during the 1890s. Strolls. Savannah Walk Trail, a short stroll along the southeastern divider with depictions of plants and creatures found external the gorge. Time Walk Trail, find the marine living things fossilized inside the limestone of the gorge dividers. Freshwater crocodiles can be found in the pools, particularly at Bandagan Rock. Chasm Walk Trail, this path twists through the gorge for 3.5 kilometers every way. If it's not too much trouble, convey sufficient drinking water. Inside Bandungan, Windjana Gorge National Park, you can likewise visit the remains of the estate developed from the neighborhood limestone in 1884 for the King Sound Pastoral Company. In 1893 it turned into a police station, and the site is known as Lillamalura Police Station Ruins. Lake Argyll is one of the biggest man-made lakes in the southern side of the equator and home to in excess of 70 islands. Made by the Ord River Dam, it's anything but an inland ocean, and at its top in the green season Lake Argyll holds an amazing 10.7 billion cubic liters of water at full stockpile level. That is in excess of multiple times the size of Sydney Harbour. Lake Argyll is roughly 75 kilometers by street from Kununurra, through the Victoria Highway. You can require the comfortable and picturesque 40-minute drive from Kununurra through the Carboyd Ranges to Lake Argyll's shores, or to see the value in its massiveness, jump on a grand flight. You can even pass by glide plane and land on the lake. You can likewise voyage from Kununurra along the Ord River to Lake Argyll. The gigantic freshwater lake, shaped by the condemning of the strong Ord River, has established an astounding marine climate which currently offers a wide scope of undertakings and exercises starting at the Lake Argyll town. A natural life voyage of the lake's shoreline and islands will give you close experiences with an inconceivable assortment of local fauna, from new water crocodiles, fish and wallabies to in excess of 240 types of birds. Very nearly 33% of Australia's complete known species. In case you're feeling more enthusiastic, hit the organisation of bushwalking trails or the off-road bicycle trail and partake in the landscape and serenity of Lake Argyll at your own speed. Boats might be dispatched at the boat slope to exploit the fishing, cruising and water skiing openings at the lake. Prior to dispatching, buy an outline to assist you with exploring the lake's waters and islands, and request more well-being data. There are likewise fishing openings along the foreshore. The fixed street proceeds past Lake Argyll village across the dam divider towards the day-use cookout region at the foundation of the dam, with concealed outdoor tables and conveniences and a perspective on the hydroelectric force station. Some grand posts are situated along the street and along the highest point of the dam divider itself. Kindly note that convoys may not be towed along this piece of the street. Convenience and setting up camp is accessible at the Lake Argyll Resort and Caravan Park. Ord River and Lake Kununurra. The Ord River and its feeders structure perhaps the main streams in Australia, delivering the second biggest stream volume in Western Australia. Guests will discover sporting, drifting, fishing, water sports and birdwatching exercises along the Ord River and Lake Kununurra. From its source beneath the most noteworthy mark of the Wenam and Millawandi ranges at Mount Wells, the Ord River streams over 650 kilometers, around the edge of Purnululu National Park, through Lake Argyll and along the western edge of Kununurra prior to depleting into the Cambridge Gulf at Wyndham. The diversion dam on the Bandicoot Bar, Kununurra, was worked in 1962 to channel water to farmland on Ivanhoe Plain from the recently made Lake Kununurra. Further upstream, the fulfillment of the Ord River Dam in the 1970s made Lake Argyll and brought a solid water supply to Packsaddle Plains. A hydroelectric force station was worked at the foundation of the Ord Dam in 1990 and presently supplies environmentally friendly power to the Argyll village, Wyndham, Kununurra and the Argyll Diamond Mine. The water delivered from Lake Argyll and the spillway plug involves the Inau into Lake Kununurra which, through the diversion dam, supplies the gravity channel organisation of the Ord River irrigation area. Since the Ord River was dammed, new environments have advanced and the lower Ord River's floodplain, Lake Argyll and Lake Kununurra have been announced globally significant wetlands. The Ord River is a living space for in excess of 75 bird species, including critical reproducing and transient populaces. Thanks for watching. Bye now.